wall and body weight. I'm using a garage door. You can make any wall work, hotel room, at home. Great way to change up your workout and get a lot accomplished in a very short period of time. So built-in warm-up as always, we're gonna go wall sit. Now, I know how to cheat the wall sit, right? Look at this. There's no muscular work there. Don't trick me. Don't trick yourself, don't cheat yourself. So the big focus here is you wanna ideally get the shins at least vertical, all right? This will be a safe position for a lot of people to start. You can modify range of motion, but the goal is to get to the point where top thigh is parallel to the floor, or you can get the hip crease just beneath the knee crease. The more you bring the feet closer to the wall, the harder it is, the more quad stress. So you've got options. You're gonna pull your ribs and shoulders down, crunch the abs, hold that position as you wall slide up and down. Smoking the upper mid back without access to bars or weights, working shoulder mobility. Just keep tension back against the wall as we slide up and down, keeping the abs crunched, ribs and shoulders down the whole way. And this will absolutely smoke you out. You can play around with your stance too. You can go wider stance, closer stance. Closer stance is a little bit harder. Great way to start the workout. Look at that. It's like a nuclear fallout sign, all right? Metabolic indeed. We're gonna go wall mountain climber next. Now, this is easiest with the feet on the ground, harder by elevating the legs. We're gonna use the wall to give our foot something to drive against, to actually create more glute activation, better core positioning, much more challenging than a regular mountain climber. So we'll start here, right there, lock it in, push into the wall, and then one leg drives into the wall, other knee tucks to the chest, and there's no motion at the low back. So I'm not going like that. Everything is driven through the hips. It's slow and controlled. I don't want you to speed it up. I just want you to get better at creating that separation between the legs and getting more activation. Elevating is even harder because if you don't push back enough, you'll slide down the wall. Hands will also be a little more in front of the body to kind of lock in your positioning. So here we go. I'm locked in. I'm gonna push in, squeeze, come right back. Squeeze, back. Arms are straight, head's in line with the spine, core is tight. So good for the hip flexors, glutes, abs, shoulders, you name it, all the parts. All right, from there, you're gonna do full set on one side, one leg, foot elevated hip thrust. So come here, gonna get the glutes and hams big time here. Try to play around with your positioning, locked in, push through, squeeze, get full extension, abs crunched, come right through. Squeeze, right through. Squeeze, right through. And I love it because having the foot up here too, same thing like the climber, it'll slip down if you don't do a good enough job of kind of creating tension into the glute hamstring. So great way, very easy on the knees as well. You'll do a full set on each side and then switch sides. Always start weaker side when you can. This next one I love. Also very knee friendly, but gets you out of just linear up, down, front to back movements, more side lateral, and really makes you kind of shift to the side. So you position like this, full set on each side. Now watch, I'm locked in. I'm gonna use this for stability and support. Also some core activation. I'm just gonna kind of sit into that leg, hand either here off to the side, come right up. Sit into it, push right through. Progressively try to get more range of motion. It's really hard, but ideally you wanna try to get that back knee as close to the floor as you can, or you can kind of come down a bit here too and kind of reach and extend that back toe. It's up to you, whatever feels more comfortable, but put all the weight, just load that outer foot, push right up, stay square ahead, all right? And do the best you can with it, as much assistance as needed, or modify the range of motion. That one's tough for me. I got really long legs, long femur, so it is tough to get all the way down, but that's what we try to do from round to round, workout to workout, get better, all right? From there, 3 more movements. You do a full set on one side and then switch into T-Pushup with manual resistance. If you can't do the push-up, just do the plank version. What we're gonna do is go into rotation and then manually, imagine I'm in the top of a T. I'm pushing hard against the wall at the top to engage my upper back, rear shoulder, lat, all my back musculature so that I can work those areas again without equipment. So I'm locked in here. I'll do my T-Pushup or push-up, rotate for 1 to 2 seconds. Just push as hard as you can into the wall, bring it back. So chest, core, triceps, front shoulders right here, and then back side of the upper body right here. Full upper body movement in 1 with that good rotational action, and then the next set you'll just turn the other way and repeat. Final 2 movements, 1 leg wall sit. Start weak side, Switch sides halfway, equal time on each side. So we're gonna get locked in. And again, with the one leg wall sets, it's just so much harder. You can start with a quarter bend, half squat, full squat, parallel thigh position. So you get like this position, locked in again. Try to get the heel as close to the wall as you can without any pain in the knee. Rip shoulders down, abs crunch tight, and then lift a leg. Hold that position. Don't just hold it. Actively kind of press your foot down into the floor to engage your quads and really make them work. If you get fatigued or you have to modify, you can easily just bump up a couple inches to keep yourself in it. Final move. Just to finish it off, I always like to melt the face at the end. You know what I'm talking about. So we get locked in. I'm here. Now, modification is just alternating without coming out to the true Superman plank. Otherwise, I'm here, I go one, back, harder! And even at a push-up right here if I want. One, rib shoulders on abs crunch tight, back, push, keep repeating. This is dailybj.com, where we melt face in small spaces and use everything that's ever been structured and built, in my mind, becomes a fitness opportunity. Love you guys, peace.